Basically, Ohio State troopers want you to know exactly what the move over law means. Essentially what it's going to mean, if you're driving down the road here and let's say you see a public service vehicle, a state trooper, an emergency vehicle pulled off on the side of the road, they want you to move over. Troopers are keeping a close watch all this week after close calls and crashes recently. That includes a crash in Licking County nearly a month ago where a semi smashed into a cruiser while stopped on the side of the highway. A trooper and passenger were hurt then. Back in 2013, we also reported on Trooper Brent Hill, who was hit by a car on Interstate 75 in Warren County. He was seen on dash cam thrown from the side of the car. The driver in that case was sentenced to 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. We rode with Sergeant Joshua Patrick, who says this can all be avoided by switching lanes away from a stopped vehicle or at least slowing down below the posted speed limit.
You want people to slow down, and you think they're going to, and you hope they do, but you know, like I said before, sometimes people think slowing down is going from, 75 to 70.
Now, no doubt you'll probably see those troopers on the side of the road as you're driving wherever you need to go. This campaign runs through May 7th. And take a listen to this, too. We talked with troopers yesterday, and they told us there's been more than 10,000 of these violations statewide since 2011 to 2015. We'll keep covering this story for you throughout the morning with new information. For now, we're live downtown. Dan Griffin, WLWT News 5.
All right, good morning there, Dan. Thank you. 5:04 your time. A driver heads to court today accused of causing a crash that killed a Cincinnati firefighter. Patrick Tucker is now charged with vehicular homicide and vehicular manslaughter. Police say Tucker went over the center line on Winton Road this past weekend, hitting the firefighter's motorcycle head-on. Firefighter Jordan Panazik, a husband and father with small kids, died in the crash. His funeral is tomorrow at the Vineyard Church in Springdale. Also happening today, sentencing for the Butler County mother who pleaded guilty in her child's death. Rebecca Kinner pleaded guilty in March to involuntary manslaughter, child endangering, and permitting abuse. She faces up to 25 years in prison. 2-year-old Kinsley Kinner died in December. Investigators say she was beaten to death. Her mother's boyfriend, 26-year-old Bradley Young, is charged with Kinsley's murder.
5:04 new this morning, a man who once ran for Cincinnati City Council is now accused of selling cocaine. Kevin Johnson is facing trafficking and possession charges after police found more than 550 grams of cocaine in his possession during a traffic stop. Investigators then searched his home in Over the Rhine, where they say they found scales and more drugs. A campaign website shows Johnson ran for Cincinnati City Council in 2013, not winning. He is being held at the Justice Center on a bond of $300,000. He'll return to court May 13th. New insight in what police are calling a stranger danger case. Sharonville police say 20-year-old Greeley Ortiz Secor kidnapped a 13-year-old, claiming he wanted to make the young girl his girlfriend. That abduction happened near a soccer field off Reading Road. Bond was set at $100,000. The girl was not believed to be physically harmed.
5:05 your time. Students return to class today at Lebanon Junior and Senior High Schools for what will hopefully be a normal day at school. 3 threats have disrupted classes for the last 3 days. A juvenile boy is now being charged with making 2 threats. No one has been arrested for the threats on Monday and Tuesday. Some parents have reached their limit.
I'm ready to just keep them home the rest of the year. I already informed the high school that my 2 high schoolers weren't going back to school the rest of this week at least.
Police say the teen is at the Warren County Juvenile Detention Center, charged with inducing panic.
A college professor will be back in court this morning after police say he picked up a package from the post office last month that had drugs inside. Douglas Link is charged with possession of drugs. The Brown County Sheriff's Department says he was arrested outside the Mount Ora post office with more than 3 pounds of marijuana. Police say they found additional marijuana plants at his home. Investigators say Link is a professor at Chatfield College.
And we now know the names of the 3 people killed in an early Wednesday morning fire in Springfield Township. The story was breaking news yesterday on WLWT News 5 Today. Firefighters were called out to the apartment on Pleasant Run Drive. Amber Johnson and her son Adrian were pulled from a hallway in the apartment. They were pronounced dead a short time later. Firefighters also found Mario Meacham dead in the kitchen. Investigators say that's where the fire started. They say while the fire wasn't big, it smoldered for a while and turned deadly.
Enough to generate toxic smoke, which then went throughout the apartment and eventually packed down. And in toxic smoke, you've got carbon monoxide and cyanide.
Adrian was in kindergarten at Mount Healthy Prep and Fitness Academy. Grief counselors are being brought into the school today.
The family of Brittany Stykes is remembering her on what would have been her 25th birthday. Birthday balloons in her favorite color are just one of the ways her parents, Dave and Mary Dotson, are coping with the loss of their daughter nearly 3 years ago. Together, the Dotsons are confident new leadership in the Brown County area will shine a new light on this seemingly cold case. Until then, her family is waiting patiently and missing Brittany every day.
You know, a lot of people think that you'll get over this. You never get over it. It haunts you every morning, every night. And then today, it's even harder.
I honestly do have faith that we are going to get our answers. We are going to get our justice for Brittany.
Brittany Stykes was pregnant in August of 2013 when she was shot and killed in her car along State Route 68. Her 14-month-old daughter was also shot but survived.
5:08 your time. Now let's check in with Kyla Wood, see how things are moving on the morning commute. Kyla, at this hour, early hour, how does it look?
It looks pretty good so far, Mark, and we've been talking about construction really all week long and over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to talk about it again right now. I-74 at North Bend. Of course, we've been talking about this one. This is a pretty big project here. It is a bridge replacement project, and we've seen off and on lane and ramp closures. You will see them again heading overnight tonight. So they've kind of been flip-flopping between north and southbound on North Bend and east and westbound on I-74. So the good news is if you're traveling on I-74 at all after the Reds game, they're delaying those closures on the east and westbound side of 74 until 2 hours post game. So hopefully that won't back you up at all if you are heading through that area. 74 looks good here right now at Harrison Pike, still seeing some very, very light volume. So Randy, we're not seeing any problems out there, even with roads that might be a little bit wet this morning, and hopefully we'll keep that up throughout the morning.
Yeah, that's good. It's not, it's not heavy rain. We're not talking downpours or thunderstorms this morning, but just enough to make it annoying and just enough to wet those roads in through southeastern Indiana and northern Kentucky. Those are the areas right now dealing with the more frequent light rain showers. In fact, as we zoom on in south, the 71-75 split are more moderate area of rain, if you even want to call it that, has moved out of Cordova and it's headed toward Berry. So we've got some very light showers for you as you head out the door, but at any point today, a light sprinkle is a possibility. As we roll into the mid-afternoon, might be a little bit more intense. Our temperatures are pretty similar anywhere in and around the 275 loop. It's 43 in Westchester, same thing in Fort Mitchell, 43 right now in Cleves. So you will want an umbrella this morning, some scattered rain and cool temperatures. Lunchtime scattered rain 53, and for the drive home, hit and miss showers and storms, but in some spots we will be dealing with some hail. We'll take a closer look at the timeline for that rain to move out this evening here in a couple of minutes. Mark and Lisa.
All right, Randy, thank you. 5:10 your time. President Obama speaks to disgruntled residents of Flint, Michigan for the first time.
This was a man-made disaster. This was avoidable. This was preventable.
The promises he made as the city continues to recover from its water crisis.
And the war on tobacco continues in California. The new legislation raising the smoking age in the state.
And before we head to break, we have another Mother's Day shout out for you. This one's from Latasha Howard, who wanted to celebrate her loving mother, Wanda Ferguson. She says Wanda is her rock and she couldn't have asked for a better mom. Wanda's also a tough one as she has just beat cancer. Happy Mother's Day to you, Wanda. Stay with us. You're watching Cincinnati's WLWT News 5 today.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. 5:14 your time. 42 degrees. It's a chilly start out there. You know, you might need 2 pairs of socks today. I don't know. I'm just saying. You never know. You never know.
Bulky.
Yeah, well, it could be. Tie your shoes loosely. All right, we're checking today's headlines for you. Former Cleveland Brown quarterback Johnny Manziel will appear in a Dallas courtroom later this morning. Manziel was indicted last month on a charge of misdemeanor family violence stemming from a January incident involving his then-girlfriend Colleen Crowley. Crowley says the two got into a fight at a hotel and she was forced into a car. She says Manziel hit her when she tried to jump out of the car.
A state of emergency for a Canadian town being threatened by wildfires. Crews in Fort McMurray, Alberta, are trying to put out fires that have already torched 1,600 homes and buildings. forced more than 80,000 people to evacuate. No injuries have been reported. Unseasonably hot temperatures and dry conditions are fueling the flames.
Today is Cinco de Mayo, the 5th day of May, to celebrate Mexican heritage and pride. It commemorates the Mexican Army's victory over French forces at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. The president will mark the holiday with a reception at the White House. Grammy Award-winning Mexican rock band Maña is set to perform at that event. Well, the president's event comes today after a trip to Flint, Michigan.
The president spoke directly to people there about their water crisis. The president told the crowd that Flint's recovery will be an effort by local, state, and federal governments, and he'll make sure it gets done. Without pointing fingers, Mr. Obama slammed the attitude that less government is best government.
And even though the scope of the response looks sort of like the efforts we're used to seeing after a natural disaster, that's not what this was. This was a man-made disaster.
President Obama urged residents to get water filters that are available free and to get their children checked for lead.
California raising the minimum age that people can legally light up in the state. Governor Jerry Brown signed legislation Wednesday that increases the minimum age from 18 to 21. The law goes into effect next month and makes California and Hawaii the only states to raise its tobacco age to 21. People under 21 but on active military duty are exempt from the law. Brown also signed a measure banning the use of electronic cigarettes in places where smoking is also banned. The marketing of e-cigarettes to those under 18 is also banned.
5:17 right now. Facebook has paid a 10-year-old Finnish boy named Johnny $10,000 for exposing a flaw in Instagram. The boy, whose last name is not being shared at the request of his parents, uncovered a way to delete any given comment on Instagram, which Facebook purchased in 2012. He becomes the youngest